here, but it's fun being covered in dirt. You can go in front of her.
Hey, everyone.
Patty.
Karen Schmidt,
Yes,
happy Canada Day.
isn't it? I'm not sure if you missed the part that I'm becoming Canadian right now.
You what?
That I'm finally becoming Canadian in about half an hour. So
That's what I mean.
that's why my office looks ridiculous.
What did I put the cat out of the bag too soon?
No. I was just not sure if you were joking because I had these colors, or if you had to feel it. No, there's no cat out of the bag.
So cute.
But yeah, I told to the people that were here that I'm probably going to bow out early because this thing is happening for me.
I have very bad coverage.
It must have been a while because Patty, your hair is so long.
I know, I haven't had a haircut in far too
Cute,
long.
I like it.
Oh, I have to come to Vancouver. The week of the 14th of September, I'll get a cut.
I'm not sure if it's fair for me to be part of this learning together gathering because I basically live on pizza and chocolate bars.
No judgment, Sarah.
I don't believe you.
It is true, Patty. I'm a terrible junk food eater.
Don't think I've ever seen you eat a chocolate bar or pizza.
Anna and I discuss it all the time.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Jocelyn.
I don't see her. Oh, there she is. There you are. Gotta put my glasses on. Hi, Chelsea.
So Carolyn, you're the taking the lead today?
After the intro, and
Oh, nice.
yes, but I will be doing a bit of chatting.
Nice.
Has anybody seen Jamie? He usually kicks us off.
Yeah, I just got a text from him. He's sort of stuck right now. So if somebody else could take lead.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's 10:31 already, so we know how quickly time flies. Let's get started. Welcome, everybody. So today we're kicking off our two-part series on making our houses homes. Today we're going to be talking about creating positive food and mealtime experiences. And then the next one at the end of September will be on taking pride in clean, organized, warm, and welcoming homes. So I'm going to pass it right off to Sarah to do a bit of opening framing. Sarah is the leader of Culture, People, and Services at Connect Saanich Peninsula. For those of you who haven't met her, take it away, Sarah. And then if you could introduce the next people after you, that would be super. I've put a question in the chat if you haven't seen it. What's your biggest challenge with food or meal times right now? So while we're talking, feel free to pop your responses to that question in the chat, and we'll pick them up if we have time during our session. Sarah, take it away.
Thank you, Tanis. And listen, I don't have the order in which people are speaking.
Okay.
That's
no
the
problem.
only thing I don't have. Because Jamie was going to stick handle
Okay.
that.
I'm after
but-
you.
Juliet comes next.
Juliet comes after
then
me, and
Caroline.
then Juliet can I'll introduce you, Juliet, in case everyone doesn't know who you are.
Because it's so quiet, yeah.
So food is so essential to everything we do. And if we all think back to our most meaningful moments with family and friends, usually it involves some kind of food or mealtime or celebratory meal or party where there was food or libations. So, food becomes an essential part of our positive memories, and it also can make a house feel like a home in so many ways. The food experience is more, I know it can feel like a chore, but it's so much more than a chore. It's another opportunity for us to engage with the people living in our houses and our homes, to leverage neuroplasticity and create social relationships. It's really essential to life in the homes. It creates opportunity for connections, for comfort, for routine, for celebration, and a feeling of belonging. Whether it's sharing a meal around the table, preparing your favorite meal for people, or letting them prepare their favorite meal from childhood, or the meal that mom prepared that they love, and sharing that with their home, or just even enjoying a cup of coffee together. And having someone, a life redesign coach, or anyone say, what would you like for dinner? What are your favorite meals to eat in a shared way? As part of Life Redesign at Connect, we can make food and mealtime more than just a daily task. We can use it as a meaningful opportunity to give people living at Connect choice, allow them to build relationships, develop cooking skills, celebrate their culture and their traditions, or the culture and traditions of life redesign coaches and the team, and also create a sense of home. There's real power in that. By involving residents in planning, shopping, preparing, serving, and enjoying meals together, we create space for people to feel valued, heard, and genuinely feel this is my home. So I'm going to turn it over to the lovely Juliet, who, as we all know, is the site leader in Langley. And Juliet, take it away.
Well, hi, everyone. This is all, what Sarah has said is what we're all striving to do. And at the same time, we admit that in real life, this can be really tough. And there's all reasons why this can be tough. It could be that you might be newer to Canada and you might be really good at cooking your own food, but not sure if the people in the house would like the food that you cook. And you might not know how to cook the food that's on the menu. And you just might be really nervous. Everyone's going to go, oh no, yuck. Same thing with if you're younger, maybe you've had family members do the cooking, you haven't done cooking, maybe you don't know even how to boil pasta or anything like that. We've had people from all different backgrounds come and learn to cook while they're here. Then again, I'm just thinking of all these challenges for us. You have a super busy day. You might be someone who's kind of like me, flustered and distractible, and oh no, I forgot this ingredient or that. There's that. There's people. There's one gentleman who told me, well, I don't eat this kind of food. I like welfare food. I like craft dinner, and I can't remember the other thing, but it was like really, really food that wouldn't be healthy. So there's so many reasons, like super busy during the day, like Alex just mentioned, trying to help the people we support get motivated to be more involved. Maybe they're not as into being part of it. So there's all sorts of reasons why we could say, oh no, we just can't do it because yeah. So we have brought on Caroline Clemens, our nutrition coach here in Langley, who's here once a day, but it feels like she's here like more because she just put so much effort and love into it. But she, we've discussed all those things when she first came. We never had a nutrition coach who was actually like a nutrition coach. We just had a dietitian pop in when as needed. And so she's really helped us like think through like ways around all these kind of challenges. And so I'd like to hand it to her because we've had some really good conversations and we're emerging with some really good ideas. So Caroline, if you want to take it away.
Thank you, Juliet. And Lisa, in a moment, I'll ask for that screen to be put up. I'm going to talk, when I started thinking about all the things that have been done in this last year and a half that I've been there, I came to 17. So I went, oh goodness, how do I talk about the 17 in a cohesive way? So I've created a page that's going to be put up. I'm going to talk about what's been done before. There are 3 things that I identified, new events that we've already done and some that are still in the making. And as you listen, I just invite you to just be open to hearing what I talk about. Open to hearing any modifications you have, any ideas, just to get your creative hat on and see what else we can create. So, Lisa, if you can please share the screen. Oh, page 1. Okay. So indeed, we have a house full of possibilities. Before we start, I want to see who can be the first one who can tell me what the logo on the bus stands for. PWS. This is kind of a joke. This is kind of a.
I know.
Is that Tanis? Who
No,
said
it's
that?
Patty.
Patty. Okay, Patty, let's hear it.
No, I don't know. It's people we support, I suspect.
Yes. That's it. And if I had a prize to give you, you would get the prize.
Oh,
So
I
I'm
already
just
have a prize. Thank you.
I put it there to reinforce what was talked about in other past learning togethers, that the people we support are indeed the ones driving the bus. So I thought I'd put them front and
Love it.
center in this house. Okay, so I'm not going to go in any particular order. There will be a page 2 that gets handed out, and it explains each of them in a little more detail if you want to read about it later. So the house choice meal under the choice and voice was already established. So 1 time a week, and it could even be 2 times a week, the people we support get a chance to create what the meal will be, which means they can be involved in the grocery shopping and the prepping and the serving. And then building your own meals. I've heard that that's been done over the years at Langley Connect. And whether it is a taco night or pizza night, it allows everybody to go to the stations and create their meal as they like it. And the other one under the choice and voice is flexible meal substitutions. Jamie was going to talk about this point in more detail, but we have this menu. We're supposed to follow it, but it doesn't mean that we have to follow it to the T. That's why the whole substitution list is there, and we have flexibility in there. Okay, so those were done. When I first started under the learning and well-being, oh, this is not the updated one. Okay, I'm sorry. I sent you the wrong. It's okay. The only addition under learning and well-being is an icon called the Mind Diet. So I'll speak to that in a moment. But when I started, the first thing was reducing ultra-processed food. So I saw a lot of things hanging around in the fridge and the freezer that were quick meals when people couldn't have the time and the energy to put together a homemade meal. So that was one of the first ventures that I went down. And then I've numbered them 1, 2, 3, 4. So then the Mind Diet kind of connects to the reducing ultra-processed food, and Mind Diet stands for Mediterranean. It's the Mediterranean and DASH principles that, based on evidence, support people with brain injury and heart health. So I think it's a perfect environment, perfect thing to use in our environment. And it's more a lifestyle, not a restrictive diet. So I really love how that fits also. Then we had, under connection and belonging, we had a healthy ice cream day. So a lot of the houses were blessed to have an ice cream maker, and we made healthy ice cream. We didn't tell them that it was healthy. One house made the ice cream with cottage cheese base, protein powder, and then invited all the other houses over, and they did not even know that it wasn't made from full fat ice cream or products. So that was a big hit. Then Connect Cook. So this was this is in progress. Joe and I are starting to do a video series that's going to be two purpose. One of them is to show the Life Redesign coaches sort of instructional ideas of how to make meals. We're also going to involve the people we support, and we actually have some actors auditioned and are ready to be part of that video. So we have the one video that's in progress now. And then when we were doing the video, we thought, well, if they're going to be cooking and they're going to be involved in it, why don't they should wear aprons. That could be a good idea. And then we thought, well, why not put Connect Cooks as our little logo on the apron? So Joe has created 2 prototypes of these aprons. And I guess our hope is that we can make these aprons and everybody across Connect can wear the Connect Cooks apron. Then, okay, this is the idea. So under simple and doable, and we coined it Fresh Prep Connect. So I was talking to Juliet and I was saying, how can we make the task of preparing a meal easier for people? So as we are chatting, she thought, well, what if it's like a fresh prep idea? Juliet, do you want to speak to it a little bit?
Well, it's my husband's idea. He does HelloFresh a couple times a week because he wants real food. And we were just looking at it thinking, oh, look, it's all in these everything's all prepared already. Isn't that cool? Wouldn't it be? Because, at night, sometimes people are like, oh, maybe I can't get round to chopping up something, like preparing a meal and putting it in the fridge for the next day, or it'll be too loud or whatever. So I just thought, well, what about if something was just all ready for people? So I'll let Caroline tell you more about it.
Lovely. So then I'm starting to pilot it at one of the houses. So the idea is that there's an instruction that the night staff would have on cut pepper, like they would have whatever parts of the recipe, and they would probably be doing something like cutting vegetables. And then in the fridge would be a box that's labeled next dinner. So all the things that they cut, they put into the box, and they measure other ingredients. It all goes in the box so that when the staff comes in the day, they can then more easily get the dinner prepared. So that's the idea of the Fresh Prep Connect. And then if we move on to right beside it, the easy prep methods. So what if the items were prepared in the fridge, people came and they just had to actually throw it in a slow cooker? Now the ingredients are cooking. As Sarah was saying earlier, the importance of the connection and the smell and how food is, and they could smell the food through the day in anticipation of dinner. So slow cooking is a really good way to make it easy prep. And on that topic, so baking across shifts. Here's another idea that might smell even better. What if the nighttime staff could put together a batter, whether it's a breakfast cookie, a healthy muffin, healthy loaf? They put the batter together at night. The early morning staff, Life Redesign coaches come in and they pop it in the oven. Now the people we support are waking up to this lovely smell of healthy homemade food. So that's what that one is. two-tier recipes. So as Juliet was talking about how it's sometimes is a challenge for many people, how do we have somebody, and the two tiers, not that one tier is better than the other. One tier might be for somebody who has more time, more ability, more desire to cook, so they can put in more of the time. And then there would be another recipe that would be on another tier, but maybe a person who's in that day, cooking isn't their forte, or they're really, really busy, then they can put together a reasonably balanced meal with less ingredients and less time. So that was the idea of the two-tier recipes. That's still being worked on. Nutrition and recipes under learning and well-being. What if we had a binder that is kind of standardized through all houses, that's where people went for the recipes. I'm revamping the fall and winter menus, and in there's going to be beautiful pictures too. So people can look at the pictures, not just have to read. And then the people we support can even be looking through it. And then any other nutrition support that helps people would be in that binder. 13, next. Okay, now I'm going to talk about under choice and voice, the Mind Breakfast Builder. And Lisa, if you can put up that screen, please, that document, please. It's the one that has the columns. I would have sent it last week.
Okay, holding pattern. I have to go look for it.
Okay. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, this
Okay.
one? Perfect.
Yeah. I think Sarah put it up. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah.
So no, somebody did. So what I noticed at breakfast is that it's so easy, and everyone can probably realize themselves. It's so easy just to go with the same kind of things for breakfast and not really put much thought into, is it really balanced? So instead of just the classic cereal and milk, or sometimes I've seen even people like with 2 carbs and that's all they're eating. So that this document is meant to be visible on the fridge, somewhere where everyone can see it. It's being piloted at one house, and I've showed it to people when I've had one-on-one sessions, and they love it. They're like, oh my goodness, I can pick. They actually got excited. I can pick that and that and that and that. So it's all about choice. And the idea is that by picking the protein and then 2 or 3, we can guarantee that it's going to be a balanced meal. So that's a document. It's gone through a few iterations. So I think it's at its finished thing, but we can always edit it some more. But that's that one. There's another document. We don't need to share it, but I called it Beyond Grilled Cheese, because many times for lunch I'd go and I'd see people getting grilled cheese again and again and again. So how can we make a sandwich that's a little more exciting? So I kind of did the same idea, different kinds of protein, the fillers, the starch, and then what you can put on for flavoring. So there's another document called that. So that's that. And then the one last item, again, Juliet and I were talking about, how do we really make this come alive? How do we really make all these ideas actually happen across the houses? So Food Champions is another icon that I put under connection and belonging. So the idea is, what if 1 or 2 life redesign coaches across the houses and sorry, it didn't break. What if we put 1 or 2 life redesign coaches across Connect, and then the people we support could be in there too. Food Champions, so just anyone who really wants to dig into the idea of what do we make, how do we make it, how can we make it better, and then we create something, whether it's however it looks. We meet monthly, we meet whatever, but just so that the ideas get shared. Because sometimes I feel like I come up with an idea and then it just like falls flat because we need that support. I need that support that goes along with it. So that's my idea about the Food Champions. And I think I have gone through everything.
Caroline, where have you been all our life? This is amazing. I've heard great things about you. And you've just like validated everything that Juliet and others have said about you. This is excellent.
Thank you. Thank you. I have to
Excellent.
tell you, I woke up at 4 a.m. on the weekend with all these ideas of how to present it. And this is how this came about at 4 a.m. on Saturday night. Yeah. So hopefully it gave people ideas of what's going on and that we can continue on and make it even better. Any questions, comments?
I see Sarah.
As soon as Caroline had to stop me from sharing, posting all the posters in the houses, she said, "Can you just wait till Learning Together has happened?" I was so excited about this. They're all printed and laminated and ready to put up. Unbelievable. Caroline, thank you so much. Amazing.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And again, if I forgot anything, it's on the second page is a little more detail about all the different things.
I think I get to go next. So I've already spoken, but I have to say, like, after 20 years of sort of being here and doing the Life Redesign model with so many wonderful people, food for me was always like, it's my love language. I love good food. I love to feed people. I love food. Like, that's why I come with treats often. But it was often a source of a lot of challenge and a lot of negative feedback. In every one of our locations. I'd say that Langley, because they were so much more mature, I would go into those houses and I could smell the food and I was like, yeah, this is great. What you've done, Caroline, is given us some really like a toolbox full of super good, as we get Parksville up and running, which is, yes, our 6th location. I think Jocelyn and Gonzalo and the team there will really use these tools to our advantage. And we're starting to hire people. We ask questions about, can you cook? Do you like to cook? It's not a requirement, but we're more intentional. So hopefully we'll gradually get even better at every single one of our locations. Thank you so much for your work.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Look, I put my hand up. Can I talk? I just wanted to say that we have literally had people start here that can't boil pasta, and then they're cooking. Like 5 years later, they're doing some amazing meals. We had someone who really struggled when they first came, and then I think it was the September, because it was Truth and Reconciliation, like the month that we were thinking about trying out some foods that Indigenous kind of based foods, and they made like salmon and bannock like sandwiches like that were so popular. So just if you think, oh, I can't do this, you don't know that. Like maybe you just haven't done it a lot because it scared you or something turned you off about it, or so remember that maybe you can believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself, other people around you, it's infectious. They start believing in themselves too. And we need the folks around us to believe in themselves. So yeah. And the other thing was, Caroline, you might have mentioned it when I got a phone call, but one of the best things Caroline did with us is all these baby steps. And one of the things was to get to recommend that we cook with cold pressed avocado oil and not use oils that have a low smoke kind of temperature thing. Yeah. So we started getting from Costco the cold pressed avocado, and there's a reason it's cold pressed that we need to get, and I can't remember why. Why is that?
Polyphenols get destroyed if we cook it.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
whatever.
And then for non-cooked foods like dressings and dips or whatever, you can use the cold pressed olive oil. So that was just great to start with, but just beginning with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And thanks, Juliet. I did forget because that was the Mind Diet icon that wasn't in this iteration. So I didn't see, I overlooked that. So now all the houses are using those oils. So we subbed out whatever else they were using before. Thanks, Juliet.
Nancy, I'm sure you have something to say.
Do I look like I am?
I just know you
I
have a
always-
lot of knowledge in there.
Oh, well, I'm just thinking about something recently that had happened, and I'm going back to feeling empowered. A lot of the life redesign coaches that come from many different countries said the same thing. I don't know how to cook. I don't know. I said, let's start with getting the ingredients together. And then they would create something, and then they go to a different house and create it again. And they come back and said they loved it. They loved the meal. So they felt so empowered. So yes, they can do it. And it is empowering to them. And I was also thinking about even recently, a lot of them go to ChatGPT or YouTube to put a meal together. So their menu's on the board, and then they start Googling on their phone. And one of the girls did a tuna melt the other day. And I said, that's fantastic. And then I realized it was on frozen bread. And she was about to serve tuna melt on frozen bread. And I said, because ChatGPT does not say the bread has to be defrosted. It doesn't give the basic steps. So I said, no, we have to take the tuna melt off and like defrost the bread or toast it or something like that. But it's all in humor and fun, and they just feel, like I said, they feel empowered when you're there to support them. And I've seen people say, I don't have a clue what this is or what this menu is. And I don't like all these steps that they're telling me to do and the ingredients and what is this and what is that. But they can learn. They're young. They're like sponges. I've been really impressed with our team here, the LRCs, what they've done and come up with, and how excited they are when they can cook something. And more importantly, when the residents commend them and say, this is delicious. So that's how I feel. That's my input. And yes, like you, Patty, I love food. I live for food. It is part of home. It's part of our memories. It's the nostalgia. It's the smells. And the one thing I was thinking that would be great we could do with the residents maybe once a month is have a cook-off, like a chili cook-off. And I know they've done that in my past previous jobs where the people get together and they also feel empowered with the residents. That brings the residents into the kitchen, and we can do it in this location in particular. We have the 4 houses that we can create something like that, or build a pizza, but little competitions are fun. They love being part of that, being part of the group, part of the community, and part of the cooking experience. So
Nice, Nancy. And actually, Hamilton's really big with sort of cook-offs.
Oh, they
and
are.
kind of competitions and things like that. So that's been happening for almost 7 years here
Wow.
in Hamilton.
Yeah, I think that'd be fun.
Good idea. Mhm.
I know it's time to end, but can I just say, somebody had put something up that we hadn't addressed. When people we support want to be involved in meal prep but struggle with cleanliness and hygiene, that can be a struggle. And sometimes if the person's open to it, it could be, let's just work together. We'll both wash our hands. We'll both get ready. Like just making it a routine that you both do together. But again, I understand we've had people that are a little resistant to even doing that. And that's just like coaching and working around and creativity. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Sarah and Juliet and Caroline, for leading us through that conversation. We'll definitely share Caroline's house framework and the breakfast builder and the lunch builder, but I've also seen in the chat that other sites say that they've been working on similar things. So if you could share your resources as well, I think I'd like to find a place where we can start gathering some of this material. And in terms of the idea of the food champions and keeping the momentum going, I think there's a conversation to be had around that. So let's take that away as an action item and see how we can make that happen. I think that would be brilliant.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Okay. Thank you,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thanks, Caroline, Sarah,
welcome.
Thanks,
Julia,
guys.
Dennis.
Thank you.
Bye.
Enjoy the
Thank
rest of your
you.
day. Bye.
Have a great day.